Good morning and welcome to my talk on sports bras and everything you need to know about your sports bra. So firstly, why should you wear a sports bra? What's the point? What does it do? Well, to give you a bit of background, your boobs. So if we take a 34D boob, just a single one, or a 32 double D, it's going to weigh about 500 grams. So a pair is going to weigh about 1 kilo. Your boobs sit in front of your muscles. They have no muscles holding them up at all. So they move independently of the body, and therefore that's why they can swing around. There are only two things that actually do hold them up. As I say, there is no muscle in them. It sits in front of the pectoral muscle. So the two things are skin and some very fine ligaments called Cooper's ligaments. Once ligaments stretch, once skin stretches, it's very, very hard to shrink it back again. Skin, you can do it a bit, ligaments, not really. So one of the main things your sports bra does is protect the shape of your bust, the perkiness of your bust, and prevent it from drooping, which obviously is very, very important. Just a reminder as well, as I mentioned last week, we've set up a new Facebook group because there's been so many questions flying around and you don't necessarily want to ask them on the open wall. So if you have a look inside Facebook, you can find a group called Mish Bra Fitting Champion. So if you join in there, it's a closed group. So other people in the group can see your messages, but nobody externally can, and we verify everyone before they come in. So within there, you can ask all the questions you want, and you can also share top tips with other members if you want to. So the group you're looking for there is Mish Bra Fitting Champion. And then secondly, just a quick apology. Some of the sports bras I'm going to show you are so new. They're still in their boxes and they haven't made it onto our website yet. So apologies if you're going to go straight online and have a look for them. Some of them aren't there yet, but they will be there within the next day or two. So as I've said, your bust does not have any muscle of its own to support it. And it moves freely from the body. So what does a sports bra provide? It provides support. It's going to prevent that drooping. It's also going to reduce pain, because if you've got something that's 500 grams, or if you've got a bigger bust, if you're a 34FF or a 34H or a 40HH, there is a lot of weight just sort of swinging and pulling. So there can be quite a lot of pain associated with wearing a poorly fitting bra for sport. And also it aids performance. There's been some studies that show that people's stride length is shorter when they're running with either a badly fitting sports bra or not wearing a sports bra at all. And it's not something I perhaps would have considered, but I certainly, if I've been in town and I'm running for the bus and I obviously don't wear my sports bra around town, I'll have my arm across like this and I'm shuffling along. Well, there's no surprise that I'm not going to win the 100-metre sprint while I'm running like this. So it has some really, really positive effects. So we're going to have a quick look at some sports bras and see how they differ from a regular bra. Because why is it that they provide more support? Why is it that they provide comfort? So we're going to have a look at a whole range of them. So sports bras fall into two main categories, wired and non-wired. Typically, although they're wired, the wired ones, it's not a standard wire that you would see in an everyday bra. They are far more flexible. So this is a wired moulded bra from Panache. I'm just going to move back slightly so you can see slightly more of the bra. And although it's wired, it's really, really flexible. It's not going to get in the way of the movement of the activity that you're doing. This one is also, the wire is in a silicone casing, so it's really soft against the body and again isn't going to dig in. Another example of a wired one we have here is from Freya. This one is slightly less flexible, but is still certainly very flexible. Again, it's got a moulded cup. And in both cases, they have what we call racer back clips. If you can just see that bit there, there's a little hook. And on this side, we've got a little loop. and so you can click them together. So if you're wearing a top which comes in at the back as a racer back, your sports bra can line up to it. So these are both wired moulded sports bras. In addition to those, we have non-wired. Surprise, surprise. So this is a non-wired one from Freya. They don't hang so well, if I'm honest, on the hangers, the non-wired ones. They don't hold their shape quite so well, but they are equally as brilliant to wear. They can still be high impact sports bras. You don't have to have a wire to allow it to be a high impact sports bra. Again, if we turn this one round, you've got those racer back clips. So if I show you that, there it is. You can clip it together, and also you can reach this from behind your own head to undo it so you don't get stuck in it, which used to happen in some of the older styles. It has a fixed lining inside the cup, so this bit has no stretch, and on the outside you've got a lovely sort of crop top finish, so you don't end up with your Madonna-esque pointy boobs there. And here I'm just throwing them all over the floor. And here are two more non-wired, these are hot off the press, out the box this morning, it has to be said. Non-wired sports bras. Again, this one is a high impact sports bra. This one is from Triumph. Super, super lightweight, super breathable fabric. And this one is a medium in intensity sports bra. Again, super, super lightweight. Pretty detailing there. So we've had quite a few questions, and I'm going to try and answer those while I go through the features of the sports bra, because that's what most of them are about. So the first question I've got here is from Catherine, and it says, does your bra size determine whether or not you should go for an underwire? I'm a double D and I don't wear an underwire sports bra. No is the short answer. Size doesn't determine whether you wear a wired or a non-wired sports bra. The sport or the activity you're taking part in might. So for example, if you're doing something like yoga, it's not high intensity typically, so you don't need the high impact part of the sports bra, and you also want your maximum flexibility. So something like this is great, because it's really soft and it's going to give you support, but it's going to allow you to be as flexible as you need to be. Equally, if you're playing something like rugby, we would suggest that you don't wear a wired sports bra. You probably want a high impact sports bra, but we suggest you don't wear a wired sports bra, obviously because you've got a hard object in there against the body, and it is an impact contact sport. Same goes for horse riding. If you're eventing, the recommended advice is not to wear the wired sports bras. If you are to have an injury and a paramedic does need to remove it from you, it's one more challenge if you've got the wires in there. So the advice is to stay with the soft cup in those cases, not the wired. And I'm just looking at the questions here. Okay, so another question is about whether a sports bra is just about comfort, or is it actually causing any issue? And I've already really covered that one. But yeah, so your sports bra is providing you more comfort, but it is also protecting those ligaments, protecting that stretch and that pulling. So it's doing two things really there. And let me just find the other questions a second. One question which we get asked quite a lot in the changing rooms is when we hand somebody over one to put on, they say, shall I put it over mine? No. You want to take off your normal bra and you want to put your sports bra on. Partly if you're going to wear a non-wired sports bra, because it's non-wired, putting it over a wired bra is sort of pointless, and also you've got two bands of elastic going around your torso in the same place. It's going to start to get difficult to breathe if you've got two really firm bands in the same place if you're doing a high aerobic workout. So no, take off your regular bra. Your sports bra should be firm enough that it is holding you in place. It doesn't need any support. And if it's not, if you're finding it's uncomfortable and you're bouncing around or you're falling out of it, then there's something wrong with either the style you've gone for or the sizing or the fit. And very much like an everyday bra, we're looking for very similar things from the fit of your sports bra. So the back band should be nice and firm. 80% of the support of a bra comes from that band, and the same is true in your sports bra. The breast tissue wants to be completely encased within the bra. Sometimes in everyday bras that's not the case because we wear a plunge bra, something with a lower neckline. In your sports bra it really does want to be encased. Sports bras fall into different categories. Compression bras, which sort of wrap you up a bit like a bandage and squash you down, and bras which encapsulate the bust. So for example, this one encapsulates the bust. So it seals all the way around the edge of the bust. You can see these panels here to sort of make contact, and the bust sits inside here. The benefit of that on a bigger bust is that it almost breaks the amount of weight that needs to be restrained into two, because it separates the bust and it seals them down, as opposed to the sort of bandage style, if you like, which is squashing them down, typically gives you a little bit of a mono boob or a sausage, and then this sausage can kind of swing together. So if you're bigger busted, I would say, particularly if you're a G or above, then something that encapsulates, which the wired bras do as well, is the way to go. So yeah, we're still looking for the same fit. We're looking for that nice firm band around the back. We're looking for the bust tissue, the breast tissue, to be completely encased, and we're looking for firm shoulder straps. They shouldn't be digging in, but they should be firm. You want to be able to lift them up about 1 inch, but you don't want to be able to lift them up to your ears. They certainly shouldn't be falling off if you drop a shoulder, and they shouldn't be digging in. Many sports bras have a nice wide padded strap on top, and the reason for that is obviously as you move, you're pulling on that strap. So it's making sure that you still are spreading the weight on a nice wide area. Another question we had coming in is, should everyone wear a sports bra even if you've got a smaller bust? The answer is yes. I've had some ladies who are the smaller end, so 32Bs, sort of 30Ds, and they're like, I can probably get away with it. Yes, but they have come straight back afterwards and said, wow, I didn't know how much my bust moves, and I didn't know what a difference it would make. It's still going to provide additional comfort, and given they move independently of your body, that's still going to happen even if they're smaller. And if we say, for argument's sake, a 32B weighed 250 grams, you've still got 500 grams of tissue moving independently of the body. So if we can hold on to that, you are going to be more comfortable. Absolutely. Right, let's just have a look for more messages. Okay, another one says, are cheap bras as supportive as equivalents from pricier shops? That's going to come down very much to the individual manufacturer. I can't categorically say that cheap bras or cheap sports bras are rubbish and expensive ones are good. The most important thing is that they fit, and the most important thing is they're suitable for the exercise that you're doing. So you don't want to be wearing a low impact crop top if you're going running. You need a high impact sports bra, wide or non-wide, that's up to you, but it needs to be suitable for the job regardless of what's been paid for it, and it needs to fit really well. You can have a really expensive bra, but if it's not your size, then it's no good at all. So yeah, fit comes first, price comes second. Yes, absolutely. Some of the brands which spend many tens of thousands of pounds investing in sports bras, it shows. The materials used, they wick away the moisture, they temperature regulates, they've got spacer fabrics in them, so they're super lightweight, so they're not adding any bulk. particularly when they get wet. Obviously they're going to get sweaty. You don't want them sort of filling with water and feeling quite soggy on you. So one of the things you're paying for in more expensive bras is the materials used and the technology behind it. Another message that's just come through, or a question rather, is should it feel tighter than my normal bra? Yes and no on that one. It depends how you wear your normal bra. Some people wear it really, really firm. Some people wear it a little bit looser. Your sports bra does need to be firm. So it potentially is going to be a little bit tighter, but typically you should be able to stay in the same size that you wear in your normal bra. There's always a bit of variation when you change brands, as you already know, sometimes you change size. The same can be true for your sports bra. It is definitely a firm feeling. You're only going to be able to pull it out an inch. One of the reasons it's firm, if I show you this example, is there is very, very little stretch in the front of the bra. It is a fixed band pretty much until we get to the side panel. And also this is along the side is fixed. Sorry, it's just the back panel which has stretch. Apologies on that. So there is less movement in this band as you exercise. None of this is really moving at all. So it is going to feel firmer. But saying that, it shouldn't feel uncomfortably firm. If it feels uncomfortably firm, or when you take it off, exactly the same as a regular bra, if you've got deep, painful red marks, then it's still not the correct fit, and you need to have another fitting. Can you buy your sports bras online? Should you have them fitted like a normal bra? You can, of course, buy them online, but it is well worth having them fitted and well worth being able to try on a range of styles to see what suits your needs best. So if you can get to a shop, then that's even better. And the last message that's just come through before I finish up is, do we have a shop in Cornwall? Yes, we do. Our shop is based in Weybridge, which is about 15-20 minutes away from Padstow, and about 10 minutes away from Bodmin, right in the centre of the county. We also do some pop-up shop days in various other parts of Devon and Cornwall, so look out for those on Facebook if getting to Weybridge is a little bit of a trek. If you have any questions, you can join that Facebook group that I was talking about, Mish Bra Fitting Champion. You can ask away in there. You can obviously also private messages if you want to be completely private, and you can always ring us on the phone. As I said, some of the bras I've shown you today aren't on our website yet because we've literally just unpacked the boxes, so apologies for that. But if you're interested in any of them, they will be there in the next few days. And if you've got any more questions, then please do send them over. If this has been useful, then please share it with your friends, because the more people that know that they should wear a sports bra and they'll be more comfortable and they'll have perkier boobs for it, the better. So please do share it around if it's been useful for you. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you again in a couple of weeks.